Not Simba on the Rock, but a different Disney tune.
Still nature.
It is still nature, that's right. More jungle-like.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Good morning, Cubs. Today is Monday, February 24th, 2025, and we are so glad you're here. Welcome back. We hope you had a great weekend. We have some exciting things to share in announcements today. Good morning, Mrs. Skelton.
Good morning, Mr. Hartman. Good morning, Mrs. Russell.
Good morning and good morning, Cubs. Happy Monday.
It is Monday.
Yeah, it's a full week this week. We even had a full week in a couple of weeks. A few weeks.
Yeah, it's been strange.
And we're not going to have any snow.
No snow.
No, it's
No.
one day is in the 60s this week, you guys.
Very
It's weird.
warm
Looking
weather
forward
this
to that.
week.
I didn't even bring a coat today, which was so exciting.
Do we have any birthdays today?
We do not. We have no staff birthdays, no student birthdays today, but some tomorrow. So very excited.
We'll look forward to that. And weather-wise, you can tell, Cubs, that our slides are not working
No,
today.
yes.
So thanks for hanging with us.
Inflexible.
That's right. Do you want to borrow this?
I would love to. Thank you. The weather today is the high of 53 degrees. We weren't able to get outside hardly at all last week. This week we are looking at very, very good temperatures for outdoor recess. So today 53 and tomorrow sneak peek 56.
So exciting.
Hey, I want to welcome Nurse Stacy, who is here today. So if you
Okay.
go to the clinic for anything today, you will meet Nurse Stacy. She is here as a sub right now. I emailed your parents on Friday and let them know how much we appreciate Nurse Corinne. She is awesome, right? She is wonderful, and she's done such a great job at Creekside. But there was another Lakota school that really needed her. And so she is going to be the nurse at a different school called Hopewell Junior. And that means we're going to find a new nurse here at Creekside. We are going to find somebody fantastic.
Yes.
And in the meantime, while we search for who that person will be, we'll have some substitute nurses here. Another chance for you to meet new people, meet guests at Creekside, and show them how Creekside Cubs care about everybody.
I love that. And tomorrow is the Woot Woot Wagon.
Yes.
So the wagon will be rolled out tomorrow, and we have some fun things in store for you tomorrow. And on announcements live tomorrow at the wagon, you will get to see all the things that we are offering.
Can't wait. Speaking of fun things, this is our first chance to talk to everybody after we saw the amazing cereal domino course
Yes.
on Friday. That was so awesome, Cubs.
my
Again,
goodness.
700 plus boxes were brought in. You know how many families that's going to help?
Oh,
A
so
lot.
many.
That's so exciting.
And we have 3 food pantries that these are going to, and we're hoping that they can come on announcements. We're getting in contact with them this week, and we're going to be dividing out the boxes and labeling them for what pantries get what. So I know this is going to help our community so much.
So shout out to all of you who participated. That was exciting. And our character team, you guys did a great job organizing, cleaning up, getting everything stacked back up after the big event for our school. So thanks, character team, for doing that.
And all the staff that helped. And
Yes.
lots.
Oh
Yes.
my goodness, so
Yes.
much staff help. This was
Yes.
truly a Creekside family project. So I think this cereal has brought smiles to many faces. So thank you for a great project, worthwhile, and I can't wait for our next one.
Me
Whatever
too.
that project may be.
We'll let you know soon.
Are we ready to do Cub Leaders?
Yes.
Let's do it.
And I appreciate it's bigger. So
You're
thank you
welcome.
whoever did that.
Whoever printed this, the font
Thank you.
really helps us out
Oh,
being larger.
boy.
And this month we were looking for honesty,
Yes.
a
Yep.
great character trait.
A great
Honest
character
with your
trait.
words and your actions. So your words and actions match.
That's perfect. They need to match. All right, I'll get started with kindergarten. So in Miss Benjamin's class, we have Amina, Miss Fiore's room, Grace, Miss Blackburn, Owen. Oh, sorry. Am I okay?
Yeah, you're okay.
Miss Ryder's room, Lena, Mrs. Knapp's room, Kair, Mrs. Churko, Anna, Mrs. Cunningham, Daniel, Mrs. Whistling, Sophie, Mrs. Lerman's class, Kelly, and Mrs. Cavender's class, Julian.
And I will do first grade. Mrs. Todd, Noah R. Mrs. Canatelli, Carly. Mrs. Core, Charlie. Mrs. Musser, Addie, C. Miss Patterson, Rose, H. Mrs. Winkle, Ender, S. Mr. Harold, Mia P. Mrs. Sprague, Yanni. Mrs. Morris, Anami G. Miss Fisher, Shiloh. And Miss Stein, Milani. Second grade.
Second graders from Mrs. Waltz's class, Aviana. From Mrs. Muller's class, Sadia. Miss Egert's class, Jake. From Mrs. Kellerman's class, Matthew. From Mrs. Nunn's class, Natalie. From Miss Shepherd's class, Gwen. From Mrs. Allen's class, Josie. From Miss Cox's class, Eviana. From Mrs. Waldfogle's classroom, Ellen. And from Miss Buffler's class, Barrett. Congratulations, second graders.
All right, so these are just for extra adults around our room that had somebody. Mrs. Russell, your pick was June from Miss Cavender's room. Miss Averbeck, Jude George. Mrs. Dyer, Scarlett Alsep. Mrs. Mino, Celia Mullins in Miss Cora's class. Miss Manning, Sahil in Mr. Harold's room. Miss McLaughlin, Isabella in Miss Lerman's room. And Mrs. Robinson, Jocelyn in Miss Briggs' class.
Mr. Kellerman picked Valerie in
Miss
Canatelli. Miss Abbott, I'm not sure what's happening. Could you please?
We're gonna phone a friend. Miss Abbott, Beckett in Miss Todd's room. Miss Chase, Annie in Miss Sprague's class. Mr. Winkleman, Carlos in Miss Winkle's class. Miss Fetzer, Bumika in Miss Wodis' class. And Garaneza in Miss Muller's class. Miss Seal, Sophia in Miss Eggert's class. And Miss Haynes, Jonathan in Miss Benjamin's class.
Congratulations, Cubs.
Congratulations, Cubs. We will share with your teachers very soon about when the Cub Leader Celebration for all those Cubs we just read the names of will happen. We're so excited. It's always fun.
Yes. Happy Monday.
Happy
Monday.
Monday. Ready for a
Yeah.
motto?
Yes.
Yes.
Here at Creekside, we take care of others, we take care of ourselves, and we take care of this place. Creekside Cubs Care.
Have a great day, Cubs.
Bye, you guys.
Please stand for the pledge.